should we go with? My usual is gone. Sometimes they move these around too. Guys, what's up? So we're getting some UI changes. Yeah, there's some UI changes here. But don't worry, I'm gonna dim this so I can't see it. Oh, yes. Yes. Yeah. To go around somebody's room. Oh, is everybody? That was my test. It's all safe. That was my test. See if it was good. It is. Yeah, if it wasn't secure, I'd just call it. You know, just be like, yeah, that's good. I just figured I got stuff to do here. It was a really bumpy road. Sorry about that. I figured, you know, I got stuff to do here, and so I just talk to you guys while I'm driving. Yeah, and I can't see anything on it, so really won't be able to have any type of interaction or anything like that. We'll be able to talk. That's the important thing. I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna get to. I'm probably gonna get some food, and then while I eat some food, we can talk a little bit. But you know, the idea is just to talk to you guys, give you guys a little bit of update about what's going on. So I've brainstormed, and I need to bring some things back that I enjoyed doing, that we used to do. There's also some things that like we've done in the past where like we didn't really touch them again, and that's why, because eventually, I eventually want to go back to those things. You know, it's always important to remember, like when you're like if you know you have some sort of voice with gaming or something like that, you know you have something you want to say with that. I personally think it's important to stay relevant with new stuff, obviously, so that way, you know, people can reflect on you know, like what's new versus the stuff that you like. So that's why I try to give people a point of reflection with you know, newer games here and there, but not necessarily make that my main focus, because like I don't want you guys to think that at any point in time my channel is intended to you know, be the best or the greatest or the most, you know, like it's really not that. I do have a voice. What's really weird is the more I talk about what my niche is, it's almost like we have some sort of problem with a connection or something like that. So I don't know what it is about my niche and what I'm saying on YouTube that YouTube doesn't seem to like, but it seems strange, because it just has to do with gaming. It's literally just about gaming. So I really don't understand why that's being sort of censored, but it is, and it's very strange. So anyway, just wanted to throw that out there, that you know, that's sort of kind of like why it seems like it's hard to tell. And so like that's why like I kind of resorted to, you know, well, what other reason would you have except, well, clearly, you know, you don't want my channel to do well. That's the only thing I can rationalize, because we do pull in lots of people and stuff like that until those issues happen, until those technical issues happen that cause the stream to cut. It's really odd. I think it's odd that we can't have any type of, like if I state what my niche is and I state what my purpose and my voice is with what I do with my streaming and my gaming and stuff like that, it's not so wrong. That's literally what happens every time I state what I'm doing with my streaming and what my voice is and what essentially I'm trying to draw attention to and do with my channel. Like I said, we have those problems. It starts with the technical issues because we do get concurrence, we do get people when we're watching, we get tons of people. But then we have the technical issues where it's almost like they're trying to make it seem like there's something happen, get people kicked out of the stream, otherwise not see it, or something like that. And this has been, like I said, going on for years. And my niche has never changed, my voice has never changed with gaming. And so the more adamant I get about that voice, the more technical issues we have where I try to convince and get it across that these things really are happening in the games, and that like just really that it is a simple answer to a lot of things. There's a very simple answer to fixing gaming and stuff like that, but the powers it be that essentially either work at YouTube or maybe content creators that don't want me talking about this stuff, or maybe play these games. I don't know what it is more specifically, but I do know again that we do have those technical issues every time, and so there's nothing else you can really rationalize from that, except that you will never be able to convince to your audience, knowing that those things happen. You will never be able to convince your audience that you have a consistent following based on what you do, because every time you do, you have a technical issue. So therefore, it just kicks people out of the stream they would otherwise not watch, start watching something else, or the stream ends abruptly. This happens a lot to me. And as soon as we start getting a consistent amount of subs and following and stuff like that in streams, it just starts happening all over again. And then I have to yell about the bitrate moving around, and I have to yell about the constant disconnects and them ending the stream abruptly. Conveniently when we would have a bunch of concurrence in and gaining a lot of traction, then it conveniently ends right when another streamer goes live. Like right when this other streamer would go live, it can make the stream is hacked and conveniently causes a disconnect of my entire internet throughout my entire house. And disconnects. Meanwhile, again, for the past 3 years, we've been proving it's not internet. We've been proving the internet's stable. We've been proving it can handle it. And they proved it anytime that they sat there and did this with the bit rate, and we had it on the screen, and the bit rate was like literally twice what it was supposed to be, and the stream wasn't cutting. The stream wasn't cutting. They sat there and did it for hours. That was the whole point, was that I wanted to prove to you guys, like the whole point was that we were starting to prove that. So they really liked the fact, and that's why they were trying to break features and stuff so that I wouldn't be able to show you the bit rate, because that's your proof. Yes, if the bit rate's twice what it should be, yeah, all right, sure, that little signal is going to be in the red. But the point is, it would never cut the stream out. You guys remember? It would never, ever, ever cut the stream out. And they would just sit there and do it like twice the bit rate, and it just wouldn't. So now what they're doing is they're just flat out, anytime it seems like I'm going to prove it's the bit rate again, and they're messing around with it, they're just going to hack and end the stream. They're going to hack the stream to end it. And this is why, like, essentially they don't really, I sort of get the notion they don't want me to talk about that word and stuff, and say that on a live stream and stuff like that. But if that's what's happening every stream, I have to tell my audience what's going on in order for them to take me seriously. And as somebody that can talk about these games and be honest about them, they need to know that, like, the other things I say, like, I'm being serious. I'm not, there's, not full of shit. And so that's the point, is YouTube really spent a lot of time going out of their way, I think, to just break this thing, break this thing, break this thing. And as soon as I start talking about it, they just break a new thing. And again, I don't necessarily think it's them. I think it's because they have certain policies in place, employees go out of their way to kind of do certain things, because then maybe they were wrong about me, or like somebody there was wrong about me. I've also become aware, I can't say how, but I've become aware that certain content creators are friends with people that work at YouTube. And YouTube doesn't like me talking about this, I don't think. But it's true. And that's what's happening here. Certain content creators are, literally just going and, like, they're friends with people that work at YouTube. And that's what's happening. So that's what's happening. Like a bunch of variations of that. Yeah. So, like, I'm not, you have to realize that, like, because of the nature that is on the platform, then since we have all this trolling nature, what happens is these people, as I say these things and these problems that are being, essentially created to thwart your attention here or here, just to confuse the viewer and stuff. People that are content creators or trolls on the platform will then also take advantage and reverse engineer these things too, to just simply troll the channel too. So what you have to realize is, like, it's all happening from all kinds of different directions, and that's why at any given time, essentially, as I'm trying to, like, talk about this stuff and get it across, the whole point is that it just looks like this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. That's why we call it Sifu Shadowban. That's why we call the channel that. That's why I keep changing it to that. It's, believe it or not, I've actually never once gone on into somebody's chat in a live stream and found that I was banned. I never once, not even a single time. Not a once. Not a single time. In fact, there were times where I thought I would be because I talked about somebody. Nope. And then I wasn't. And I was literally had full access to type if I wanted to. That's why recently I start, I don't typically make a habit of going in chats and stuff, and you guys know that. But that's why recently, like, I went in a couple of chats to, like, talk to a couple of people and stuff like that, and give them some support just a little bit, because, like, if I had said something previously and didn't care for how I felt about that and kind of wanted to just throw some support or something like that, I did a little bit of that recently just to be positive, but nothing like, I really just left it at that and then moved on. So the point is that I was also confirming that I don't get shadow banned. People don't generally think that I'm some sort of problem or something, and I think that's what certain content creators have kind of said, like, why does he call himself that, or why does he mention that, or something like that, because they know they've gotten that, or something's happened where, like, that's happened to them. So, therefore, that happens to everybody, because that's just how they see it, just because it's happened to them. And it really just hasn't been the case. I was actually surprised, because I thought for sure, to be honest, that I would be. Just be like, wow, it is what it is. Maybe talk about it, but, like, not really. Just more like, that sucks, that person did that. But I haven't. Not even a single time. And so, like, that's the point, is the whole name Shadowban is to refer to essentially how I feel about what YouTube's done to my channel. It has nothing to do with anything to do with, essentially me interacting. It has everything to do with the fact that I feel shadow banned from the algorithm. I feel like my channel is, it's just like anytime we make a short, it doesn't matter if there's like swearing or something in it. Like that doesn't really seem to play a part. It just matters if we make a short complaining about some sort of technical issue or something like that. If we do that, if we make a short like complaining about some sort of technical issue or something like that, either happening on YouTube or happening with Microsoft or happening with Windows or something like that, that short, like they'll halt the views. It goes down to like 0 and it stays there. They will not count views after that, and essentially this removes it from the algorithm where like it would trend and people would see it in Vines and stuff like that. That's why they're doing it. So they're just sitting there like looking at your content before you put it out, and then this is just in the processing process, but it's been getting through. Basically, it's been getting through. And so all they're doing now is watching you as you make your content. Like if you make a short or something, they're watching you do it. And this causes problems for the app. Like it causes so many problems for the app. Things break. And they shouldn't even be doing that. Yeah, like that's an invasion of privacy. What if something happened and somebody saw it? It shouldn't be doing that. And so like that's the serious issue. Last night when we posted those shorts and stuff, when we were not last night, 2 nights ago, right? Anyway, either way, when we posted those shorts, the point was that as I was editing them, it was obvious to me that somebody was watching me do it, was watching me do the shorts, because some things were going wrong. Things that don't normally go wrong, just like really weird things that would only go wrong essentially if somebody else is watching the edits as you do them. That's the way I know that, because like we're talking about data corruption that only occurs when you're trying to watch something, you know what I mean, like essentially like it hasn't really finished processing yet and you're trying to re-watch this thing while somebody else is watching it. It broke the shit. I had to edit my short differently, and then I lost part of it, so I had to cut it up really weird. Then, conveniently, here's what's really strange. Every time there's some sort of weird thing where I figure out that YouTube's trying to cause some sort of issue for the app and embarrass me and make like embarrassing content or something, so that we rage out or something like that. Because they do that. That's the point. That's what they've been doing. They've been breaking things to essentially get me to make content to do that. They're trying to like prove that they have a reason to do this or something. I think that's what they're doing. But so they're breaking things and stuff. Anytime I make an upload after they break something and the upload proceeds to work after that, I get spam dislikes. They like spam that dislike button. Basically like, oh, the thing that we thought was here isn't here. Because they thought they were going to watch it and laugh, and then it wasn't there. So they disliked it. Trying to get. So that's the point is, if I catch what they're doing and adjust, they just spam the dislike button. And that's why the last time that we played with the remote play with the Xbox app, it worked. That's why we got the spam dislike, because YouTube's trying to break that. They don't like it. They don't like that it looks so good, or just something about that. They don't like it. Or a streamer doesn't like it. Like essentially like because my stream looks so good, people are watching it. So therefore YouTube basically is proving they don't want me, essentially they're harassing my stuff and breaking my stuff to get people to stop watching my content. So the last time that this happened, And conveniently, there's nobody in here. Yeah, they're kicking people out of the street. So, the last time that we did this, and it worked, the remote play, the last time we did it and it worked, we got spam dislikes. Yep. They were not counting on that working. Yeah, they thought for sure that they broke that. That's why they spammed the dislike. They're like, probably like, how the heck did he get this thing working? That's why they hate me. Yeah, they think all these things. It's like literally because they can't break my shit. That's why YouTube hates me. I shit you not. And this is what my problem is. This is why, like, I know all of this. Like, I have flat out caught. I have flat out caught them trying to pretend like they weren't watching, like removing the concurrent views. Like, there's a bunch of people in here right now watching, and so like they've gotten that figured out, so they can hide that from viewership so that you can't see that. But flat out, that's what they're doing. They're causing me to think I'm getting views and think I'm getting subscribers, but really they have me shadow banned and they're sending bots in. They're botting my views. That's what they're doing. I don't think I've been getting legitimate views for a while. And they don't want to own up to the fact that they have me shadow banned on their platform. That's why. That's what's happening here. Yep. So this is what YouTube does to people. If you're really good and you're really smart and you know why things happen and you talk about why things happen and you figure out the fact that YouTube is literally just harassing you and breaking things, and Microsoft doesn't want people using the remote play, like literally they don't want streamers using that. And so YouTube and Microsoft, I guess, worked together probably to break this for me, because they do this for other streamers too. That's why Cookie had issues. That's why everybody had issues with it. All you have to do is tell somebody you're going to do it. This is why they can see your DMs. This is why they spy on you. All they're doing is trying to figure out what your content's going to be. This is why I don't even have a schedule, because I know flat out all they're doing is trying to figure out what my content's going to be so they can fuck it up. That's why. And that's why I don't announce anything. So YouTube's literally been just going around and harassing my channel and harassing my content. So when you come on this channel and you watch my content, just at any given time realize that, you know, if you come in the stream, I might be upset or something like that. It's probably because we're dealing with, you know, them trying to kick people out of the stream. You know, or cause some other kind of technical issue, you know, where people wouldn't watch the content and the channel won't grow. And I think what I have to say about gaming is very important. And I think they don't like the fact that I'm one of those people that says that 60 FPS should be a standard. It should never be any lower. 1440 should be the new lowest standard. 1080 shouldn't be it. And it shouldn't be anybody else's fault except Nvidia and Microsoft. Okay, so YouTube should put pressure on them when clearly the upscaling issues are happening from 1440. Yeah, it's an every other resolution thing. I'm not stupid. I know why it's happening. Okay, and I know it's difficult. It's not my problem. You're making it my problem. Okay, it's an every other resolution thing. It's why they want you streaming in 1080. Because everybody's got a 4K device, so it's easy to upscale 1080 to 4K resolution. It's why they get rid of my 1440p. It's why that's why they cause a problem for it. That's literally the fucking reason why these streamers that sit there and turn on 1440 while I'm streaming knowingly do it to cause a problem for my stream, to laugh when my bitrate goes around and I yell at you through the stream. They're doing it on purpose. They've been doing it for a while. They know it happens. They've been telling other people to do it, and this is why it's been happening. I'm not stupid. I've been fully aware the whole time, and this is why I don't trust certain people. And so the point is, they're making this our problem. Instead of, all they had to do is think about everything they can do and everything we've talked about. So all they would have had to do is do that basic same thing to NVIDIA and Microsoft. And put pressure on them to actually do something about this. It's them causing the issue. And so just because, like literally just because of that, it has everything to do with the fact that the encoding upscales for every other resolution. If you're 1440, it would have to be 5K. Not 4. 720 to 1440. 1080 to 4K. That's why it's every other. It's literally because 16:9 aspect ratio. That's why. So it's not my fault. It's not your fault. It shouldn't be made our fault. If we can stream in this quality, we should not have to sit here and be harassed and have problems and stuff like that just because we're streaming in that quality. That shouldn't be the case. And I'll admit, yes, I can make shorter form content, but even when I've done that, we've still had those same issues. And when I made the 1080 streams, we still had those same issues. The issues did not change whatsoever. So to the people that literally claimed the whole time, oh, I bet you if you stream in 1080 or blah, 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 you are wrong. And you keep saying this, and it further perpetuates the trolling nature of just declaring something as fact. It doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with anything. That has nothing to do with the bit rate, nothing to do with anything. Changing the resolution had zero effect over it. Okay? And we were starting to prove. We were getting the videos and we were doing this in a certain way, and then YouTube found out. So that's why they started looking and watching my privated videos. Yep, because they found out. So now, this is why they're watching as you make shorts. This is why they're watching as you do this or that. Because I started literally proving we could do hours of streams private without a single bitrate issue. Yep, all I had to do was make the stream private. And conveniently, when nobody can see the fucking stream, we don't have a single issue. Gee, I wonder what's happening. So I started proving that, and they didn't like that. Because right after I started proving that and taking those videos and doing that and stuff like that, we started getting a lot of views on my private videos that nobody had ever seen. And I was very carefully only viewing one time. So they couldn't say that. Yep. So, this is bad. And like I said, ever since then, they've been getting far more invasive. Where the moment you turn that app on, they're staring at that camera. The moment you're in a short, they're in there looking around at what you're doing. Trying to figure out what the content's going to be. Very strange that it's that invasive. And again, just because I've been honest. Yeah, literally just because I've talked about the fact that YouTube's causing all of this. just like when I talk about how Jedi Survivor is complete trash. Why does the bitrate go like this? Why do we get swirlies? Why every time? Why is that? I'm allowed to say Jedi Survivor is complete trash. That's my opinion. Why is it that YouTube does this with the bitrate and swirlies and stuff? Do they have some sort of investment in the game, in EA? That's very serious. Where essentially you would not tell people that there's constituents where they have contracts with certain companies to not allow their content creators to talk bad about them, and then they wouldn't tell their content creators that. And it's called being dishonest on a very large scale. And essentially, we're just sitting here talking about these people and these people. Meanwhile, you're doing this with our bitrate, and we don't know we're not supposed to do that. Well, because then it becomes about us talking about the fact that you don't want us talking about it, and why that would be weird. So this is the point: is you know that momentarily there are times where you're invested in things. And you do certain things because you don't want, because I do have an effect. I am having an effect. People just aren't subscribing. You don't want to own up to that. There's been large content creators I've had an effect on that essentially, like, because of the things I've been like bringing awareness to and stuff like that, they're rethinking things and doing different things and stuff like that because of what they're figuring out about the platform now. And then yet conveniently I have no subscribers. And conveniently, yeah, there's just it's really not interesting content. Oh no, not at all. Makes no sense. Well, truthfully, it is. It's just that anytime I talk about the serious stuff that matters, swirlies, bitrate, stream crash. Yeah, stream crash. They get that stream to crash as much as possible. I'm gonna get food. I should have gotten food already. I'm just sitting here. Should have got food already. So, I have a question. Just ask yourself this question. If you're like trying to be like supportive to a content creator and you're like making like regular habit of going in their chat and stuff like that, you probably like them. You probably like their content. You probably think that they're decently funny or decently entertaining or whatever it is about them that you like, right? So like, like let's say that like you know that certain things get a rise, and you know that's not really how you support them positively. Why would you continue saying that thing or doing that thing when it gets a rise or it brings negativity to the channel? And then ask yourself, is that supportive? Is that a way to support the channel, or is that a way to get other people to think negatively as they come in chat and see you interacting with the streamer in that way? And for me to think that this is some sort of weird psychological way to get people to come to your channel. You know, like you know, I've seen some strange stuff in chat where like a lot of people want to self-promote. They go to like other people's channels and stuff like that. We've already talked about how that is actually a policy. You're not really supposed to do that. So the point is, if you're self-promoting and stuff like that, you don't look so good. So then they create all these other ways of doing it and stuff like that. And then they have these keyword phrases they use to bring people in and stuff. The point is, I'm drawing attention to that, and they don't like it. They're changing the word. They changed the word. The point is, I'm about following YouTube's policies, and I agree with them because they exist for a reason. So when people cleverly go around them, they are the problem. Why would you come in a live stream and say that? Why would you come in a live stream and say that? No, really. Who the fuck are you? You're not some no. I know who you. Get the fuck out. No, don't ever come back to my live. Don't come in a live stream and say that. Don't come. No, you don't come into a live stream and say this. That didn't happen. You're just getting attention. This is what you're doing. Stay the fuck out of my channel. Don't ever come back. And you should stay off the internet completely. That's fucking disgusting. Ridiculous. This ridiculous fucking bullshit I've never heard. Now nobody goes into a live stream chat to ask some person that. That's disgusting. You want my advice? I don't give a shit. That's my advice. Deal with it. Who the fuck cares? Don't go in a fucking live stream and talk about that. Just like you don't go into a live stream and type CIA in the chat repetitively. And I've said this shit. Stop doing it. So next time I see your other account too, you're getting banned. So just exit my channel now. Just exit my channel now, because now I know you've been fucking around. Yeah, just stop. You're a troll. Nobody says that. Nobody. It's ridiculous. My friends aren't responding. Get better friends. Unbelievable. You're full of shit. Most obvious fucking trap I've ever seen. Oh man. So they're playing Bee Gees in there. You know what's really weird? There's a certain content creator that keeps sending children into my chat. And he is sending them into my chat. That's very strange. Yeah, that's really weird. And I've noticed it after he told me he had this problem on his channel one day. I had never had this problem until randomly one day he told me he had this problem. And I said, wow, that sucks. That's pretty messed up. And then suddenly after that, just randomly, sporadically, I have this problem too. Or randomly, just out of nowhere, a bunch of kids will just start randomly coming in my chat, saying weird things. That's very strange. So somebody's doing that. Somebody's using, their alts or whatever. They're not like actually, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times they're not actually kids. It's just people pretending. I might need a drink. This one's almost done. I'm kind of amped today, by the way. What's up? What's up? Yo, what's up? How are you doing? I'm okay. How are you? What's up? Do you stream games these days? Yeah. Go check out, just go check out the live section on my channel. You'll see a whole bunch of stuff. I've been playing Final Fantasy 15. Getting to max level. I finished the game. Now we're going back in time to like max level and sort of do everything. What's kind of annoying though is they added the I think the New Game Plus was added after the fact, so I don't think this is a New Game Plus for me. I think I'm just doing the same one. So when I New Game Plus, I'm gonna be resetting. But it's okay. It's okay. I think certain other channels kind of look to follow certain trends and stuff like that. So I try not to announce kind of what I'm doing. They should follow that themselves. They should do the work themselves. And then like people like, I think it's funny how people claim momentarily that I don't do like work. I think there's this misconstrued view where like somebody that sits in front of a computer, like they just like put the game on and start streaming, that's lazy. It's not. It's lazy if like you have like the lowest of everything. Like your quality is the lowest. You don't even really play the game. You have nothing to offer. Everything's trash to you. Like you don't really, you know what I mean? Like you don't really like anything. Everything's trash to you. You don't play the game. Everything's like the lowest of the low quality, like the lowest system, the lowest this and that. You guys get what I'm saying? Like it'll be very obvious. With me, you're gonna get with me. You're gonna get me constructively talking what I think is good about the game, bad about the game versus the player type. And that's something I can do that a lot of other people can't. I can look at things from another perspective, be like, if you're this type of person, I could see you being into this and stuff like that. And then, talk about what's good about these games that are a few years old, that nobody will ever consider. Just because it's a few years old doesn't mean anything. A lot of people have this issue with, they want to play something just because it's new. Who cares? Yeah, I mean, like if Starfield would have been pushed back a couple of years and come out now, that'd be a new game. And that would be the biggest new thing, you know? So like you can't look at games like that. And my voice has always been this way. But it's just in my opinion, a lot of content creators, you know, anytime I have like sort of a voice or a niche or opinion, they want to kind of take what that is. Because it's valuable, it's good. So then what they do is they just say, well, their niche is this and their opinion is this, and they do exactly what I'm going to do because that's the popular and constructive and reasonable opinion and way to go about things. So that's what they're doing. They're looking at me as like basically a place to go to be like, wow, that's a really smart way to look at that and a smart opinion to have on that and recognize that, all while trying to discredit my channel so that way you go watch their stuff. And really, they're just stealing that concept from me. They're just watching my content, but then coming in my chat, sending all these alts in my chat that you wouldn't know about and stuff like that. And really, it's just coming from that channel. Well, a couple of channels now. So, this is like a big issue on the platform. Big. I gotta get a drink. No, I do. I gotta get a drink. I'll be back. Oh yeah. I'm gonna drink some of this refreshing Dr. Pepper. There we go. Some Dr. P. comes in on their, oh, says random crap. Oh no, it's so weird. Well, thank you guys for stopping in. I appreciate it.